Good morning, everyone. It is 9:35. Welcome back to CW Iowa Live in Stivers Ford Lincoln. Downright proud to salute great organizations, and I don't know if there is a finer organization in this town, the Des Moines Fire Department, and especially this time of year, Michelle Brown in for Jackie and Brian O'Keefe.
Yes.
Speaking of the fire department, in studio with us. Again, we're wrapping up 2017, and people looking forward to the new year.
Right.
And a lot of people have some resolutions, and we're going to talk a little bit about that and about some safety things this time of year.
Just to tie into that, there's some resolutions I think people gave up on early last year that we'd like to reinforce some. That ties into a safety message and just basic health care, mental health.
And some things that maybe you have overlooked, and maybe some things that you just say, oh, that's common sense, but you need to remind people.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
For example, what are we talking about?
Well, we came up with some bad New Year's resolutions, and so one of them would be fireworks. Of course, they're legal to discharge, not in the city of Des Moines, but wherever you use them, I know that's fine. You have access to them, but just read the labels. They look the same, but they're different. I mean, some fly away, some blow up, some light up. So just take your time, enjoy it, but don't be hurried.
Now, with what happened with the fireworks laws this year, how are you guys preparing for that? Because unfortunately, you're probably going to be called to a couple of different events.
Well, we continue to monitor the professional displays. There'll be some New Year's Eve fireworks, and we take that seriously, and we participate that and witness it. But we're still working with the state on, where they're going to set up to sell them, who can handle them. We're not big fans of allowing, the law allows minors to sell them. Those are issues.
The things you're still working through.
They're going to tweak the bill or the law again. And, from our perspective, it's in everyone's best interest.
Okay, good. All right, so what else are we talking about then?
Well, we still see people driving around with the kids hanging out of the car. So, belt them, back seat. Those airbags are very effective tools for adults or larger people, but children in the front seats, that can be very, very dangerous. The matches and lighters, of course, it ties into fireworks, smoking, but, it's the seasonal time. Just keep an eye. To us, they're almost as dangerous as a handgun in the hands of a small child. One of our most recent fires was a 5-year-old in the back bedroom, lit the clothing in the closet and displaced about 5 apartments.
Wow. So again, we've seen a rash of fires in the past couple of weeks, unfortunately, in the state.
Yeah. We had the Plaza fire. We've had a couple here in the last week or two, but that is really a housekeeping thing. But if you'd have the fire, which it's preventable in most cases, but we get into don't sleep with the doors open. Allowing the smoke to spread throughout your home or residence with the bedroom door closed, it gives you some extra time. If you could see the images that when I go into apartment fires or house fires, the room that was kept closed, the person that had extra time to protect them. That 6th Avenue fire, we had 2 homeless people trapped inside of a boarded up house. They were in a room that had a bedroom door closed. We had to pry the plywood off the walls to get them out. They were pounding, screaming for their lives. But without a door in there, they probably wouldn't have made it.
They wouldn't have made it. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, that
That's
smoke
good to
is
know.
a huge. It goes vertical, but then it spreads out. So having a bedroom door closed.
Close your bedroom door. Never thought of that.
And in most, I just heard this morning a sleep study to get better sleep. Open your door, but then they put a disclaimer on there saying, but the fire department recommends that due to fire safety to keep the door. So it's like
probability of fire is one thing, sleep's another, but it's fact. It's something we're pressing.
Right.
A simple door. It's amazing.
Wow.
So then you get into smoking in bed or in a chair. It continues to happen every year. Worst case is we have people who smoke and are on oxygen, and then they get an ember, and all of a sudden it can get messy pretty quick. Of course, texting and driving and drinking and driving, and please don't text about drinking and driving because then you're a real problem there. But so then doctors and nurses, simple, but I just was watching the nutritional segment earlier, and it's critical. Just if you don't maintain your physical health, it's going to impact your mental health. So if you ignore those doctors and nurses, then guess what? You're going to call us about an ache, a pain, reaction to medications if you're not following all those things.
Yep.
And so we get into people calling 911. Absolutely, if there's an emergency, if feel somebody's life is in danger. But what people don't understand is under the new Affordable Care Act and Medicare, Medicaid, if we show up at your house and not offer you, but provide you some type of service, checking your blood pressure, glucose levels, even if we leave, you'll probably get a bill because
just keep that in mind.
Yeah, insurance and federal policies and regulations don't cover everything.
Okay, we have about 2 minutes left here, Brian.
Okay.
Let's talk about the things you should do.
Yeah, let's do that. So it's winter time, but a lot of most fires occur between November and February. So I know everyone's got their furnaces cranked. We've already had we had an incident yesterday where a radiator blew up and people got scared, thought they had a fire. But so maintenance of equipment, providing the space, cleaning your flues, use the proper wood. Don't just because the neighbor offered you a fresh cut tree, or don't use the Christmas tree, definitely.
Yeah, that was really going on. That was really going on.
That could get real messy. But ultimately, if you don't want to listen, do anything, please have functioning smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors. So if you blow off everything, give up on all the resolutions we suggest, that smoke detector protects you 24 hours a day, just like the carbon monoxide detector.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I just changed my batteries in the smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector in the bedroom yesterday.
Excellent.
They started beeping, and that's one of the signs that you need to change it. But still, it ran through its cycle, but it didn't seem as loud as I remembered it before. Would that be a sign of batteries needing fresher batteries? Is that one of the indicators?
Yeah, fresh batteries, when they come out of the box with a new detector and a new battery, it's only got to work, guaranteed to work for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So a lot of times we show up at fires, they're already stopped working. So people are like, oh my goodness, their smoke detector didn't work. But yeah, the key thing is, regardless of the battery, if you don't hear it from your sleeping area, from your bedroom, if it doesn't wake you, it's not going to wake you during a fire.
Yeah, so you say,
if you sleep with your door closed like we recommend, and you can't hear it from the hallway, whether by age or because of your occupations, you need to get one a little closer to you, ideally hardwired. The newer homes are all interconnected.
And you said put a detector in your bedroom, which is what we did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So there's no question about whether or not you're going to hear it.
Right. So when you're walking away, like that last section here, in the cooking, stay in the kitchen. Come up with some way to remind you, because there's so many distractions. Catching the last section of TV, stepping outside for a smoke.
Same with like space heaters, and which people are probably using a lot more of right now, but making sure that they don't leave them on when you're not home or around unattended, right?
Yep, pets bump them.
There you go. All right, we're going to wrap things up here, Brian. I want to talk about, in case you do have an incident, you do have something that is out of control, the smart thing is to call you guys.
Give us a call. We'd be glad to just double check that all the fire's out and everybody's safe. We'd rather be there knowing that.
There you go. Wonderful. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for your service. We really appreciate it.
It's been a good year.
Thank you so much, buddy. Yep. Thank you. And again, great work with the coverage on the Plaza Lane fire. You guys did an outstanding job keeping everybody informed.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job by you. It is 9:44, folks. We will be right back. Look at